Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everyone is really doing well. It's 28th of April 2022, and now we just only have 2 days left for the month end. And maybe, we might see some sort of a big volatility as the month end is coming. And the April, of course, everybody expected April to go up only. But here we are, that April is down only actually. So, guys, having said that, welcoming again each and every one of you on the live stream, and thank you so much for joining. So guys, since morning actually I'm breaking my head on the BTC. I also developed one small Excel so as to how do we literally manage our BTC, because from here I can only see two things that I just want to discuss. First of all, the orders I've already given for you in the WWG for the BTC. It's like with the stops at 34k. That's going to be fucking risky actually, but that also worth it. Now, I'm just gonna tell you why. I have two plans for the BTC, and it's very tricky at this point as to what exactly we are going to play, because many else, right now, if you see that many else, like metaverse, for example, an NFT like Alice or CHR, just take an example, they are at a huge support, and it's like, and the few of the others like AXS lost the support, but then it is at very big levels of support at $37. Now if we talk about the rest of the others, like many others have literally lost the levels. They are literally, like, for example, Phil, for example, ICP, for example, you have many others like Solana lost all the levels, like they are nowhere right now. Basically it's just that we are in the midst of something that you don't have really a direction. It's like many else have capitulated, many else are on the verge of capitulating, many else are on the verge of a big support that they might literally bounce from here. But the problem is BTC, and dollar index is bullish. So DXY already went to 104 today, and this was anticipated. I already gave you this. The dollar index is going to pump, and few months back I posted in my corner as well, and even posted on the Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a very nice moment for everything. But the problem is SPX, as I mentioned yesterday as well. Just need to wick it. You just wick those levels to 4114 and maybe bounce, because we are right now the golden pocket zone, guys. Now the golden pocket zone, when we are having a retracement on the golden pocket zone, it bounces. Now that bounce can be either wave B bounce or it can be wave 2 bounce. I'm not sure what exactly that's gonna be. If we are literally going to have wave 2 bounce, which means that we are in the bear market, honestly, which means that BTC won't see new all-time highs, which I don't think so. It needs to see the new all-time highs. This was the plan since beginning. Now the only question is, how are we going to play the longs, and where and how much are we going to risk it, and where are we going to risk probably. So this is what I'm even breaking my head. Now let's, first of all, before we go to the BTC chart, let's go to the most important chart for today, is total. So total is nothing but, you guys know it is nothing but the total market cap for crypto. Okay, that's a total market cap. Now if I have to tell you about the total, well, just look at the, just look at it. I mean, what do you feel? What do you see? Right now, what you can see here is that the total. One second. Yeah, what you see here is that the total. You clearly see the 5 waves down. Now this is 1, 2, and then a big capitulation wave 1, or maybe like A, B, and C of something. It's like A, then again A, B, C, like the WX, and then you feel like ABC was B, and then you're gonna have C waves down for like 0.886. Now having said that, guys, that also possibility that we are already on the verge of a bottoming, which also means, let's say, just in case, if you are literally doing, the total is doing WXY move. Okay, let's say this is WX and we are right now doing Y is nothing but A, B, and C. So see, even if we are doing that kind of a move on the total, what you would want to see is how exactly, on where exactly we're going to bounce. I honestly don't think so we are doing WXY, but just let's assume that for a minute we are doing WXY. Just assume it for a minute. Okay, just assume. Now let's just check it from the degree of wave perspective. Do we have any logic? I mean, 1:1 was very far. It was like 1.4 trillion, which should have hit these levels if we are doing WXY. But we never hit that levels. So I would just have to discount this WXY move, but just in case, let's say, let's say just for instance, if I have to just see from the WXY move perspective, just in an instance, where would your bottom for the or the bounce for the wave B would be? Let's say even if this is like one, some sort of wave A here, and we need to have one more wave down, like this, and then we have wave A here, and we go for a bounce. Bounce would be like wave B, and then again wave C here, like chop, chop, chop. Then, where exactly we should be looking for a bounce? That is a big question. Normally, the bounce normally happens around the golden pocket zone and 0.702 max. Those are the levels where the bounce normally happens. Because apart from this, you don't expect any other scenarios for it to play out. So before we go to the total and we just draw the fibs for the total, let's also just go to the SPX. SPX we already had, and I already drawn everything on the SPX. It's just that we need to see how things plays out. That's very important. So practically, right now what you see here is SPX. So basically the target for the SPX is here, but you see the golden pocket zone. And I do expect, as I mentioned few minutes back, I expect SPX to just go on the 4114 levels, just a wick and then bounce for wave B. It would be like A, B, and C then. Similarly, if that is the case and we are looking for a different WXY move on, let's say, the BT total as well, then this would be something like this. Okay. I'm just gonna give this 0.66. And let's say this whole move down is W and this is X, then I think it's a bear market we are into. It's just going to dump big. But this is just an assumption, guys. The bounce needs to be like in this zone. It needs to bounce at 0.886 Fibonacci levels, like 1.3 to 1.26 trillion, which also means that there is a very likelihood that worst case scenarios, BTC literally goes to $31,700 levels, maybe even 31,500. A capitulation happens and then pump. So that is one of the scenarios out of the two scenarios that I have. The first scenario is, yes, we don't go under 35.5 and bounces, and we hold 34K levels and bounces. And the second one is we literally go to the levels of 31.5, smash 35K levels, liquidate everyone, and then pump. That is going to be a catalyst in my opinion. So now total looks to me like, let's see if we do for WXY. Honestly, one more thing I just have to tell you, I don't believe in this WXY count, because for it to be a WXY, you need to have a perfect A, B, and C. Right now, I don't see a perfect, as I just draw the fibs. If it would have been WXY, this move should have been around, already should have been at 0.886. But instead, we are right now just at 1.49 trillion, which means that this is not a WXY. In my opinion, this is more like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So practically, what I'm anticipating on the total is, this whole move down. Let's say this is just like a wave 1, A, B, C, 2, and thus we started wave 1, 2. So then I think a capitulation should take it to the levels of it literally should take these lows 1.6 trillion and should go to the levels of 1.5 trillion, okay, for market cap, total market cap. Now having said that, let's have a look at the BTC. Currently BTC is at a very perfect zone for shorts, 39.8 to 39, I mean 39.9 to 40.2 is a perfect short zone. I already got one of my orders got filled on the Bybit at 39,882. Of course, I'm just building another swings on the short, and the stops would be around above 40.8. That would be your stops, and it's a very safe stop loss, and it's a very invalidation levels as well. Now, having said that, just forget about these two lines that I'm having it for now. Okay, and just let's forget about this line, ABC, and just forget about everything. Just focus on one thing over here. I'm looking for something on the 4 hours chart. Now, just gonna show you something very interesting. I'm just gonna hide this harmonic for an instance. Where is the harmonic? Let me just look at this one. we're just gonna give it one. Where is the harmonic? Oh yeah. So let's say even if this is ABC, we know that it is going to be like A. And let this. So now the chart is pretty much clean over here. Well, if you see here, I mean, on the bigger frame, on the higher time frame, what I see is this was wave 1, 2. This was your wave 3 here. And then you have A, B, and C for wave 4. And then after the wave 4 you got it, now we are on the verge of finishing the final wave. Ideally, what happens, the fifth wave can be a truncated wave 5, the way we had it over here. Now, if you look at from the fractal perspective, I was looking to two things over here. Two things. Okay? So I'm looking for the two things at these levels on the BTC. The first thing is this move, this price action that we have it here. From here to here. This is the first price action that I'm looking for. And the second price action that I'm looking for, this one. Which, you know, many, or which I would say everybody would be scared of. Literally scared of. Like this. These are the two boxes you have in front of, you know, in front of your screen. These are the two boxes you have. Now, if I have to fit the two boxes over here, what I can see is that these price action, what I'm watching is, I think this is 1, 2, and this whole move down is like, you know, big wave 3 that we are talking about. I mean, not the big wave 3, but it can be just like, you know, 1, 2. The volume, if you see here, is pretty much big. So I would say this 1, 2, 3, ABC 4, and then you got like wave 5. So practically this is wave 3 here. You have got a wave 4 and then wave 5, one more bounce, and then you got like this. This is going to be like a wave 4 again, and then dump. Practically this is how you would want to see. But you know, this, if we literally do something like this, a choppy, we will not see any capitulation. For us to have the capitulation, what you would want to see, or what, first of all, let them pump. Let the price pump. So what we're gonna do is we literally go one more move down and let the price pump to these levels, you know, the 42,000, 43,000, and that capitulation comes and take all the liquidity from here. Basically, it's going to be something like this. If we really want to play like this, this is how it should play. Like this is 1, 2, and 3 is always new lows. Remember, 3 is always new lows. And hence it tends to take the liquidity at 37,000, 36,890, can even go for $400 levels. It's a very nice levels for a bounce. 36,400. So 36,400 to $37,000 levels is very nice levels for BTC to bounce. Now, even if you do get the bounce over there, I think the bounce will be, in my opinion, let's say the bounce, if it just don't reclaim the levels of $43,000 levels, then that bounce is like short the bounce, and it's just going to further dump to the levels, because then it is going to be like 1, 2, the big wave 3 here, 4, and then 5, something like this. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, these are the two scenarios I have. Either we just reverse this from here, like 36,000, 35,500 reverses and just start pumping up to the highs, or we just do something like this. Most likely, I think this is very high probable, and this is how I think I see BTC doing something like this. Why? Because SPX, first of all, SPX also I'm anticipating a pump and then dump. So we're going to get the relief rallies. A relief bounce is coming, but before the relief bounce comes, we need to sweep the lows. And similarly, the dollar index needs to go into the red box. But once we go into the red box, we go somewhere around 104, 105. We recheck those levels, come back down, retesting the levels of 99 to 99.5, and then again start pumping back up. So practically this is how the plan goes for BTC in general. So right now we are anticipating, or I am expecting BTC to literally reject around 39.9 to 40.2. You can short there with a stop loss at 40.8. Above 40.8, just keep it. Best would be 40.85, and your take profit targets would be anything under the sweep of lows of 36,877 on the Binance, on the Bybit. Sorry, Binance will be slightly different, plus minus $50, and the take profit, and you start building longs over there. Your first take profit targets on the longs that we're going to build it would be somewhere around 40,700. But if we really do flip the 40,800, $700 levels on the daily as well as the 4 hours 2 consecutive candles, then definitely we are pumping. Then I would have to tell you that this was the bottom, because then we literally went for the truncated wave 5. So now the question is, we need to just start building longs from $37,000 levels. Once we start building longs from $37,000, I think then we see that how we react at $40,800. So guys, I would take the risk of not only longing BTC when we go under 37,000, but I'm also going to take a risk of building longs on Alice, CHR. Alice and CHR looks awesome. I mean, they really look awesome, guys. You don't have to miss this. Alice and CHR both looks awesome, and with a very tight stop loss. And third is Mana. Of course, Mana looks really awesome. I just sold our spot backs on the Mana because I am expecting that if we go for one more move down, I think Mana can really go to the levels of double bottom kind of a thing, or even sweep of the lows of 1.755. That can give us a very nice entry maybe. And hence, I just want to have some more USDT balance in our code, so that we can just buy more coins. So I think this is what I have for BTC in general. I mean, the plan is still same, guys. I'm expecting the move down, and after 37,000, I think I'm expecting about bounce line. Anything from 36,800, 35,800 is the levels where I'm expecting BTC to have a bounce. Now, the invalidation level is if we literally go nuts over here, and if we literally go for a big capitulation just in case, then I think we won't stop till 31,700. So you need to manage your risk. Just ensure that even if you do for a capitulation, the capitulation is going to be followed with a 20% bounce. So you need to understand, if you are started building long position, your liquidation price should be under $30,000. That is the safest bet. And you should have at least 40 to 50% more balance to load in case if you literally go for a dump to 31,755. But I think that would be like the two things we are comparing at these levels, the two price actions we are watching at these levels. Well, if you look at the price action that we have it here, that was a clear ABC, and then we literally went for the double bottom kind of a thing, where CME went for the lower lows. So even if we go for the double bottom kind of a thing here, we can literally just find some nice supports and then build support and then pump. But let's say, just in case if you want to take all the liquidity, wrecked bulls, then I think this is the best plan. It's like just wreck them and then start pumping back up. That would be very awesome. And also forget about these two lines that we have. Forget about forget about the rectangles that you have it here. I'm just going to show you something else as well. So it's like I'm just gonna, where is the rotated rectangle? Yeah, where is the other one? Okay, just look at this from this angle, right? We are forming a very nice rounded bottom. See, so very nice. I mean, I personally like it. Actually, I personally like it. I just need to adjust a bit. I'm doing very quickly over here. However, you need to adjust. So basically, it's like we go something like this, come back, come down. It's found like a very nice, rounded. Now, if you just inverse the chart for an instance, what do you see? Now, if you just inverse the chart over here, just inverse the chart, you will see two things. First of all, you might see, oh my god, what the fuck is this? It looks like to a big inverse head and shoulder, like a very big inverse head and shoulder, which also leads to the target of, like, I mean, something like this you might see. Of course, it's a human nature actually. That's how you see, a big inverse head and shoulder and then pump, like a bear market thing. But no, I would say no. This is not a inverse head and shoulder because the volume is laggy actually. So no, this is not an inverse head and shoulder, but this is like, in my opinion, it's like a rounded bottom kind of a thing, and a confirmation that it is more or less forming a very nice accumulation pattern. So it's accumulating. It's really accumulating. Also, if you look at from those perspective, this is like, looks to me like a resistance. You can just use it just from the perspective of the support and resistance. But if you just want to see, you can also see one more thing here. It's an Adam and Eve bottom formation that we are literally watching over here actually. Just watch it. It's a very nice formation. Now the Adam and Eve can be three types basically. It's like either we go for a perfect bottom, like a double bottom kind of a thing for an Adam and Eve, or we go for not a double bottom, but sort of not a higher lows kind of a thing, or it can go for a lower lows as well. These three kind of an Adam and Eve. This third one is an exaggerated Adam and Eve bottom. The best one you can ever have it is this one. It's so perfect. I mean, it's like a 35,800 Adam and Eve with the target of minimum pattern target for Adam and Eve, in my opinion, should be somewhere around these levels. It's like minimum $58,000 to $59,000 levels, and after that we see how things plays out. But I think these are 233 perspective. I think the 35,500 is the levels where it will hold actually. I think, So I think this should hold actually. So now this was all about the Bitcoin. Now let's talk about some of the alts that I have. Okay, we already discussed total and dollar index. Alts that I'm mostly looking for is ape. I'm looking for short on the ape, and I'm already short on the ape. Personally, I'm also doing challenge in WWG, so we are having the shorts fill. I think that there is a likelihood that we might just go for 20.6, 20.7 over here, because we have a very nice 1516, and you want to go for 1618 extension. The 1618 extension can take it to 20.9 and $21, but should not go above $21 because it's a perfect levels over there. So I think anywhere from this white line, I think this is a short building zone. Anywhere from 20.4 till $21 is a short zone. I think it's a perfect levels. Last time also we played this short. We played this short for 11%. Then we longed over here at 17.7. We rode till 19.8. If you remember, almost took profits over here, and then we started building shorts now. So I think this ape is short is literally is a very high probable short, and it's definitely going to play, is what I see and what I believe from the technical analysis perspective. Why? Because look at the volume. Now look at the volume of the 4 hour chart. Don't look at the daily, but look at the volume of the 4 hour chart. But let's say even if you want to look at the volume of the daily, let's go to the daily. It will be very, very nice for you guys to understand. But okay, fine. Let's go to the 4 hour chart first, and then we go to daily. So the 4 hour chart, the first new all-time highs we made was with a sell-off. Then another all-time highs we made with a low volume note over here. And then now the new highs we made is with a low volume compared to the previous ones, which clearly tells you that the more up we go, the volume is shrinking, which means that there is a low buy pressure. Now you can also tells, oh my god, the volume can also tell that there is a low sell pressure, and so, but that is not the only one side of the coin, which also tells you we are literally losing the momentum, because look at the RSI. The RSI is like, over here, if you just look at RSI is still stagnant. It's not making higher highs compared to what we used to make the price. It's literally making higher highs in a row. But the RSI is like a triple top, kind of a triple top on the RSI, which is not a good sign, honestly. But yes, the OBV is still bullish. The OBV is bullish, but the RSI tells us that yeah, the move is literally exhausted. And also if you look at on the H4 over here, we already having a very nice RSI, CCI and momentum bearish divergence forming on ape. So I do think that, you know, guys, I think ape short should definitely play out, in my opinion, from the technical analysis perspective. The minimum target for the short would be 17.3, and then an extended target would be 15.8. Once we lose 15.8, the target for the ape would be 13.4, and that is the level I think we should be bouncing for even a retest of 17.2 or so. So I think the short should play out. It's just you need to have some patience. Alice, perfect 3 tap, and I have a nice bag on Alice from this range lows like 5.74, and I'm just gonna let it ride. I think we might go for an inverse head and shoulder here, some kind of an inverse head and shoulder. As you can see, we are right now at the range highs over here, so I think we might just go for something like this. When BTC declines, we again go something like the retest and forms a nice inverse head and shoulder and then pump. So if you do want to FOMO here, don't FOMO. We are in a very nice supply zone, so I think if you go for inverse head and shoulder, you might get a very nice entry on Alice again at 5.76, 5.77. Okay, so yeah, you just have to patiently wait for Alice. I think I have got a very nice spot bags on AXS at 37.2. I mentioned over the live yesterday as well in WWG that 37.18 to 37.2 is something I am looking for on buys. It's a very nice levels, guys. This levels what you're watching is nothing but your August 21 lows. Can go for a week to $35, but that's fine. Even if you go, you know, this looks to me like where, just imagine where BTC, this dump looks to me like where BTC is $30,000 right now. It's like BTC is at $30,000, accumulation happens, and then it literally makes a new all-time highs. Similarly, I think AXS looks to me like at these levels. It's a perfect levels that I personally believe that, you know, AXS looks like this way. I mean, the risk reward is amazing. If it loses $34, then I think we have a big fair value gap over here, and the next step on the AXS is like a big fat dump to $14. We don't have any support. Anything under $35 is like a big fat dump. Yeah, you might argue that we might just bounce from there. No, it won't bounce at $29, but it's just going to be a big crash to 14.55. So you can just take some risk, you know, over there by just having some stinky bits at $35 and $35, and with the stops, you should have your stops on the 29, and your take profit targets would be clearly the new highs on the AXS, so it's around 170, 171, and then exit. That would be the catalyst for AXS. That would be like a double top and then exit the market, something like this. But I think AXS looks great for the spot backs. CHR, I am having a very nice back on the CHR. Yesterday I mentioned that CHR is about to pump, and we are forming a very nice harmonic that we are having it over here. I think CHR looks amazing, guys. I must tell you, I mean, this is looks to me like that, you know, we are literally going to have a very nice cam pump on the CHR. Not only CHR, but CHR, Alice, as well as AXS. CHR is just beginning actually, and CHR is leading the way. I told you yesterday that this is what I'm watching on the CHR. It clearly looks good. I'm long on CHR since yesterday when I posted in the corner 37.7. Perfectly looking good. I'm not taking profits. Even if it just comes down one more time, I'm fine. But if you are long from there, I think you can just book a hedge some of the longs at these levels, because this is a very big resistance as well. We might just go for a double bottom kind of a thing. But yes, I think CHR looks amazing. It's just showing a sign that of a reversal actually at these levels. Now you also have CHR. Let's go for one of the alts that is like Chiliz. Chiliz, honestly, yesterday I discussed about Chiliz, but Chiliz on the lower term time frame looks to me like it's still bearish. But you know what happens is when we are looking for such kind of a move, it was a bullish bull fibs 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When we are watching this ABC, I do think that Chiliz, look at the volume here, look at the trap. I think that Chiliz needs to go to the levels of 18 cents. When we go 18 cents, anything under 18 cents, I think this will be bringing a very nice opportunity for us to buy Chiliz. So I think I'm looking for, and this is a very big accumulation range. It's like a big accumulation, Of course, it's like in the bear market, but it's a very big accumulation. The break up on the Chiliz after this accumulation would be awesome, very awesome. Let me just delete this lines for you so that you know it don't create a bit of. Okay, it's a very simple chart. I think, you know, Chiliz, yeah, it's forming a very nice triangle here. accumulation. It's like a wave cycle one, and then you have A, B, C, maybe like, D can be something like here, a D, a small E, of course, not touching these levels, and break up. No retest. It's just gonna pump like this. I mean, this is looking awesome. I think anything from 0.18, 0.2 to 0.14 is an accumulation zone for chilies, in my opinion. Honestly, it is looking great. You should at least have some risk on NFT coins. I think NFT is literally looking for some big moves going forward. I think they are ready, actually, in my opinion. They are really, really ready. Currently, I'm having, a long on Mana, long on AXS, long on Alice, as well as long on, CHR. And I'm just gonna hold it for, like, I'm just gonna build. Even if it dumps along with the BTC, yes, I am going to literally hold on to the longs, and I'm just gonna build some positions across it slowly and gradually. But this looks great, guys. Really, really looking great. Ape, I think the plan is still same. Litecoin. Well, Litecoin also doing great so far, but I'm expecting Litecoin, the wave 5 might be in, I'm not sure. But let's say if we do reject at the levels of, 102, 103, then we might go for one more move down towards the levels of 96. That's where our entry is at. Once we go to the levels of 96, kalas, I think we should be looking for a reversal. It's a perfect 3-step setup. And this also indicates that if Litecoin literally has that one more move down, to like 96, 95, and if you do hold those levels, I think BTC will not go anything under 35.5. It is just going to bounce from 35.5, make everyone rich, and go home. Something like this scheme, So guys, I think this is a small update today. I think BTC, I'm still looking for 39.9 to 40k. 40.2 is the levels where we should be looking for shorts, with the stops over 40.815, and best would be 40.85. Take profit targets definitely going to be anything under $37,000. Quick take profit and run, and then we start building longs on the on everything. I think this is what I have from FSC on the BTC, guys. Ethereum. Now let's also, last chart I'm going to take over here is ETH BTC, because I think I've never charted this since like 10 days. Let's check it out. What exactly ETH BTC is up to, because the fate of falls is in the hand of ETH BTC. Well, if you look at the ETH BTC, what do we have it here? Yeah, I mean, ETH BTC, when I mentioned that, this would be the top for A, B, and C, and we should be looking for wave down. Since then, we have hardly moved down, actually. Yes, we did break the range highs, and we are under the range highs, and we have yet not, made any progress. So there is a possibility, I'm not sure, but there is a possibility that we might just retest maybe somewhere around. We already retested it. Really, it's like a rounded. You see the round top. Ideally, it should go something like this. Do something like this. Ideally, this is how I would like to see. And accumulate 3-step setup, finish it, and then the alt season begins like this, like a big W. A sort of a big W over here. ETBTC is not doing that great, actually. I have a serious doubt about ETBTC, honestly. It's not doing that great unless we flip the range highs around 0.0. How much sats it is? 750k sats. I'm not bullish at all. It's still looking bearish. So guys, I think for Ethereum, the stinky bits, if you really want to keep it on Binance, you should be keeping the stinky bits around 2080 and $2,200, somewhere in between. You should have it. Max it can go to 1850, but these are the stinky bits. You should definitely have it, because if it fills, the bounce will be very big, like a V-shaped recovery. So yeah, you should have those stinky bits over there, definitely. I'm also having a very nice bits over there. Like for every $50 gap, I have two ETH bits every $50 gap from 2,280. So from there till 1,900 almost. And then if I see a V-shaped recovery and a reversal, I will go market buy then, you know, something like this. So that's all what I have, guys. And I think for now, I think we need to be looking for a push up on the BTC towards 39.9 to 440,000 or so levels. I think that would be a very nice levels for BTC, actually, in my opinion. That's all, and have a nice day. See you all in the WWG. Bye bye. And also, if you would like to support, yes, but you can support it by trading on the Bybit by using my referral link. There is some bonus going on for the deposit. You can check it on the Bybit. Maybe, I don't know, but there is something going on actually. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day and see you. Bye bye.